Greetings once again. Welcome to another installment of Mama May Plays Minecraft. I'm Mama May, and I hope you are doing well. I'm so glad you joined me, and I'm excited to share this session with you. So this is a second part of a two-parter. I spent episode 7 gathering equipment and materials, I should say, and prepping the concrete you see behind you. Or behind me, I should say. And so today's episode, episode 8, is going to be discussing the creation of this house. So what I've done so far, if you can look behind me, I've laid out in sections um, some preliminary work so that I could save a little bit on time. What I started to do was I tried to do this entire build using the replay mod, and that worked fine until the actual editing of the replay, and I got really super glitchy, so I wasn't able to do that. So I'm starting over, and what I have done is laid out in portions partway just to save a little bit of time so that we don't have to spend an hour watching me lay down blocks. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and kind of get a bird's eye view so you can see what I've done for you, for myself actually. This is a very symmetrical floor plan. So the base of it and the surrounding walls are white concrete, and that's the floor level. So the floor level is one block above ground level. And so what you see reflected here directly below me is mirrored across on the other side and flipped 180 degrees, and that is starting to build up. And then in the back, you're going to see this 3-room section, and each room is 8 by 5. Okay, so once again, this is 8 by 5. So if you'll think about it, we have a 28 by 30 floor plan. And I misspoke yesterday. So my original Chinese Courtyard House, if you follow the link in the description from episode 7, and I'll also put the link in the description of this video, was 28 across and 54 blocks long, which is extremely long. And it included 2 courtyards, a front courtyard with actually 3 courtyards. I misspeak again. So it had 3 rooms up front and a street entrance, followed by this middle entrance. And then this set of rooms here, you're going to see a main room, which is 8 blocks long by 6 blocks wide. And attached to the side is a 5 by 4 block inner chamber. This was repeated right here across the middle with an 8 by 6 in the middle with 2 5 by 4s off to either side. And then, of course, there was the back courtyard followed by these 3 rooms. Okay? If you're looking at this hole in the middle right here, don't worry, I didn't run out of blocks, although I did count exactly the right number of blocks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and keep babbling, is I'm going to go ahead and put my doors in so you can kind of see where the doors go. But this hole that you see right here is going to be for my nether portal. And I have a plan in mind. So I went ahead and removed these 3 blocks. It's going to be a 3 by 3 square nether portal rather than a 3 by 2 doorway. And I went ahead, instead of just putting the blocks in and then having to break them later, I'm just going to go ahead and leave the hole there, which also coincidentally saves me on my concrete at the moment. So you can see I've already put the doors on the other side. So these doors are exactly the right size. Notice I have 3 dark oak doors. I did off camera go exploring in about 800 blocks north. There is a roofed forest. Thank goodness. So here is my side door to exit. Now normally I would have an exact duplicate on that side, but as you can see, we do butt up right against the hill here. So there's no point in having a door right here to open into dirt. Once we complete the house, probably off camera, I'll do some landscaping to get this looking a little bit more pleasant for myself. And then right here is my front entrance. And you see that I have my my slabs. And so every flooring that you see back there is all created out of these slabs. And so I'm going to go ahead and place my gated oak doors here for my main door. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and put down my steps. And you're going to see my front walk up perfected. Voila. Okay. So now I'm just going to drag you along with me as I raise all of the walls up. And you may be wondering, this side over here is actually complete except for the roofing. So for most of you who build in Minecraft, you're used to building at least a 3-block high inner wall before adding the roof. The reason that I am doing a 2-block is I'm going to use stair steps for the first level of the roof and then slabs for the rest. But that stair step from the inside is going to be 1 block high. And so that's going to be my 3rd block. And so you're going to see it looks good and there's no cramping in there. So we're going to go ahead and just start going around. Okay. Now, I am going to go ahead and tell you that I am going to do a substitution here until we do get to go to the nether and find some glowstone, and of course I am going to need some quartz crystals to make a comparator. But what I am going to do as a placeholder for now is this pillar right here, which is the porch pillar, is going to need a glowstone topper. And that's going to go right there. But I don't have any glowstone yet. So I'm going to go ahead, 1, 2, and a topper. And anytime you see that looking topper right there, that is going to be a glowstone. Okay, so I've got these pillars just kind of holding the place. Okay, and I do need to put my fake glowstone in for lighting. That's going to be my light system. And you can see that was the only thing I left incomplete on this side. So that's my fake glowstone. Okay. And hopefully I don't sound like I'm rushing. This build actually took me about an hour real time. So hopefully you guys will get a little bit of an abbreviation with the pre-work that I've done for you. I hope you guys appreciate that. And if you do wish to copy this design, feel free to pause the video at any point in time. And let me kind of just give you a brief description. So again, the walls are going to be a complete 28 by 30 on the outer rim. On the front entrance, there's a 4-block break, which you can fill in with slabs. And then I replace this 1 block with red concrete instead of white, just to give it a solid look held together there. And of course I blocked myself off. And once you have that blocked, the easiest thing to do is count over. Now, the first thing to do is I inset this inner room so that it would be centered on the greater room over here. So it's easier to just start by adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white concretes and then a sixth one for the dividing wall, so that you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slabs. So I slip back and forth between white concrete and birch slabs while doing the layout. So then it's 5 by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I add these two little extra slabs for the doorway. So one here and one there on the corner, and fill it in. And then you can go ahead and put in the external building wall. Okay, so now that's completely marked out, and you can raise it by one level. Okay, again, I like to put the entire perimeter in just to make sure. Okay, and hopefully we don't run out of white. Okay, alrighty. And then once you have this dividing wall, this one is just going to be a straight 8 across, and then 6 back into the courtyard, and fill that in. Go ahead and add 2 more slabs for the doorway. And then the porch is 1 slab wide all the way down, which means you'll have to add 1 extra row for the inset of the little room. Okay. And then in front of the last outer wall block, you'll put 1 red block and then extend the porch by 1 more block. Now you have a choice. If you don't mind losing a little bit of courtyard room, you can actually set the porch stairs this way. Okay? However, I like a nice square lawn, and so what I did was I broke out 2 slabs and inset the porch stairs. And that is completely up to you how you want to do that. Okay, and again, this is my preference. And then what you do afterwards is every external facing slab, go ahead and put a bottom half to it. It will look like a block, but it's just 2 half slabs. Okay, and that just finishes off our look. Okay, and that one behind, don't forget that one right behind. So I'm going to finish this off so you can compare the 2 looks. And I think that's all done. So you have the stepped out stairs and you have the inset stairs. Okay. And speaking about stairs, I have 1. Oops, that's a slab. 1 step in front of each doorway. So my center room happens to have a double door, just for symmetry, because across the way is a double door for the entrance. All right, so again, I'm just going to pause for a moment so you can kind of take in the look. So 5 by 4, 8 by 6, 2 wide porch all the way back, which does mean you have to add 1 more row back here for the inset. And just to finish it off, I've added 2 more just for the corner. Okay. Over here, same thing, flipped over. Notice that I have, for the little room, I'm going to have 2 walls, a 2 block thick wall. And that's going to come in handy later for the way the roof looks. So hopefully you guys will be excited about the roof. And if you notice, I have left window spaces on the internal outdoor facing walls. This wall, which faces the outside world, does not have a window. Okay, we want to be a fortress and protect against, well, anything out there. So we don't want anyone looking in. So I'm just going to add this later on for our roofing. You'll see what I do there. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and fill in layer 2. So this is left room for a window. No window here. No window here. Now this is a double thick wall, so it wouldn't matter anyway. But you'll see back there, no window there, especially, it's going to go ahead and hit the wall of dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and also put in, how do we want to do this? Okay. This is just the first layer of my roofing. Okay. And you're going to see that I'm going to add a very nice look to my roof. However, in my original courtyard house demonstration, I had acacia stairs, mostly stairs and slabs to top off the peak. Well, I don't like the super peaked look of the house that I made. So I'm going to go ahead and replace a lot of those stairs with slabs just to give it a more gentle slope. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm sitting here talking and I didn't pay attention to what I was doing, and I forgot the first layer of the wall. So the first layer that you see of white right here is the floor, remember. So that's the flooring. And from the grass, you're going to see a 2-level white concrete. But from the floor level, you're going to see one layer, one level, and then the second level is going to be the red. Okay. Now there's no windows in our back 3 rooms at all. And that's simply because these back rooms are in the traditional Chinese use. They're either servants' quarters, which if they were just servants' quarters, they would probably have windows, or utility rooms. And so I'm going to go ahead and let you know what I'm going to do here. I am going to create a nether portal right here, which is going to face into either of these rooms, which is just nice so I can run into the nether in either direction. Hopefully I don't run into lava. I haven't been there yet, so I don't know. I'm going to break some of these vines. They're kind of in the way. They're probably going to regrow while we're talking, but right now they're just in my way and I didn't want to look at them anymore. So as we go across, let me go ahead and we're going to remember that there would be a wall here. So we're going to keep on behaving as though there's a wall there. And thankfully these rooms are connected. So all I have to do really is just treat them as one continuous long room with dividing walls. Okay. But what I'm going to do is this far room back here is going to be my enchantment room / library. So once I get some cows and maybe even a little cow farm, I can go ahead and start making some books. I have a whole bunch of sugar cane over there in my starter base. So hopefully, oh my goodness, talking and trying to work at the same time, and I'm just apparently a little bit dizzy. So this first level of peakedness is going to be red concrete. Okay. The second level is going to be a combination of slabs and stone brick slabs and stone brick blocks. So the slabs will go across the bulk of the rooftops, except for let's go ahead and put this here. Okay. And I think to make things look a little bit prettier, I am going to replace these right off the bat with the stone brick blocks. Okay. And just to help me out, first of all, let's go ahead and block off my wall. And that is the gate finished. Well, walled off anyway. Okay. And I may want to raise that, but once we have our peaks up there, I may be able to raise that without too much trouble. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is start the roof. So I'm going to give myself a quick way of getting up and down in case I need it. Here, okay, and hopefully I will be able to get all the way back down. So let me go ahead and put in all my windows. And that way, if I need to rest something on top of them, I can. I went ahead and cooked up some sand, added some dye to the glass blocks, and then formed my red glass panes with this. And hopefully that looks just peachy. Okay. And did I count correctly? Am I out of? Yes, I am. Okay, so let's see. Stairs and slabs. That's my life now. Stairs and slabs. Okay, so we're going to start right here. We're going to go across and do that. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. I think I might have mentioned this before, but I have been watching some Minecraft players just running out across lava lakes, building bridges, running across the end, building bridges, not falling into the void, not falling into hot lava baths. And I did not understand how they were doing it. Were they timing it just right? How did they know how far they could go without falling over? And my 6-year-old son, Kiddo, is the one who introduced me to this game. So, of course, in a moment of attempted bonding, I asked him to go ahead and help me to build a bridge. Come help me build a bridge, I said to him. And he came over and he says, Mama, I am so good at bridge building. And I said, really? And he goes, yes, all I have to do is hold down Shift S and I can go ahead and build the best bridge ever. Shift S, he tells me. So I did not know for a long, long time that if you hold down Shift while you're dangling off the edge of a block, you can go right to the edge of the block and you can see the blocks below, or at least that front face that you need to click on to make a long line of blocks. And you can, as you place them, you can click and then keep going. Well, Kiddo taught his mama something, and I was very much appreciative of him. However, so here's me going Shift S. There we go. That looks gorgeous. And then here I'm going Shift D, Shift D, Shift D. Okay. Now, I hope you guys don't think less of me for not knowing what I didn't know. But it was just so cute to have my kid. And I've been playing Minecraft for years now, couple years anyway. I mean, not to sound like I'm an old hat at this, but you know, you can learn something new every day. Now, some of you are probably saying, lady, everybody knows Shift S. You know what? Not everybody knows. You just have to remember that some people, you know, that's the thing about Minecraft is it really didn't come with a lot of instructions. They're basically, here's move the mouse and WASD, and here you go. Have fun. You're on your own. Off you go. Thanks a lot. That's all I get. Okay, so not very helpful. So I am going to ask for those of you watching and who may have played more often than I have. I'm in the jungle. This is not a very common biome. I specifically remembered the seed so that we could play in a, well, get some jungle items and, oh, I'm going to have to go down and get that stair. Um, One of the things that I love is taming the wolves to get puppy dogs, and I would love to tame an ocelot and get a cat. That would be so nice. However, I can't figure it out. These ocelots run from you, and even when I am successful in trapping it momentarily and giving it some fish, I get the little hearts popping up, but it's not tamed. So if anyone has any ideas on how to tame an ocelot, perhaps I would really love to hear it. So I am going to do some grunt work here. Okay, and there's just two more slab toppers there. And just basically do this 3 times all the way around. And all of the non-walled pieces, I'm sorry, non-roofed pieces of wall, they are going to get slabs on top just to finish off the look. Okay, so that is the look that we're going to do. And I'm probably going to keep babbling, but nothing is going to be that important. So if you do feel like you would like to fast forward, you can. Don't forget that YouTube allows you to go into settings and increase or decrease your speed. Hopefully that's something that you have been able to do. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my pieces here. So you can see I'm going up by a slab at a time. So 2 slabs equals a block, so I'm just using a block. Okay, and then the only stairs are this first level of stairs. Now for my Chinese courtyard house, I don't have any overhanging eaves. So that's why I don't go up to the 3rd level. So if you think about a lot of your regular Minecraft builds, you might remember that the outer walls are usually 3 high, but then on the outside you kind of put an overhanging roof. So you put a row of stairs across the overhanging outside of your house, and then you add the next level on top of the roof, and then you stair step your way up to the peak. Well, without that overhanging outside, there's no need to raise it up to the top level. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this all the way across. Okay. And hopefully this won't be a super long video. Hopefully it won't be an hour. Okay. All right. Now I do have kind of a snazzy um, roof extension for the porch and such. So that will help it to look a little bit more oriental. Oops, where are my stairs? I'm in need of stairs. Okay. With the door closed, I probably could just shift click the door. Yes. Awesome. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and connect the roofs. Okay. Uh-oh. Hopefully this won't break me. Great. Now, if it was a top half laying mistakenly on a bottom half, would have broken both. And then I would have had to go fetch both to fix the hole that I created for myself. Okay. Here we go. This half is done. I'm going to circle around to the other side and do the other half. Now, as we go across, you're going to see that the second section is going to be this super, super crazy long section. So, okay, so we're going to go as far as we can. And continue to break these stupid vines. So when I first started deforesting this jungle, I did shear a bunch of vines because vines are really handy if you want to throw them onto something to grow a way of getting. I'm going to be kind of careful right here. This is where my wall would be. Okay, so I'm going to skip here. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Stair, step. I'll come back and figure that out. Uh-oh. Hopefully I can catch it. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so top. So we're going to keep coming out. Until we don't meet in the middle. Okay. And I think there's going to be okay, this block can be connected. This one is going to have a hole. This one is going to get connected. Okay. Yep. All right, you guys will see what I'm talking about when we finally get around to building that nether portal. Again, I've got to go and fetch my obsidian and build it. Hope that will be the next episode because I do need desperately, I am going to need some quartz crystals to build that comparator, however you want to say that. Okay, so this one can keep going all the way across, but I'm going to need to come up the other way so as to leave this hole right here. So I'm going to go ahead and go this way and do both sides at the same time, or both levels at the same time. Ugh, I'm standing in the way. All right. And hopefully these vines will stop growing once they touch the stone and I won't have to deal with any vine damage. This isn't like real life when you have, okay, so hopefully that is all on the same line. Okay, so I'm going to stay up here on my precarious perch and slab my way across. And when I get to this level, I'm going to go ahead and throw that slab on, throw this stair on, okay, or not. Okay, I'm just going to jump. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to throw my 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slab this one and slab those two. And then we'll go ahead and come back down. All right, we're going to go across here. The front is hard because of those stupid windows. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the doors so I can at least use the door itself as a landing spot, but the windows I can't do that with. So I'm going to finagle my way and hopefully I don't get a churned step there. Okay, and my slabs. Now I'm going to hop over here and whoops, I meant to shut the door. Oh lordy. Okay guys, I'm going to hop down and then I'm going to climb my way back up. Thankfully I am not too far away from my little method of getting up and down. So I'm going to go ahead and put my stair, my slab, my blocks, and my other slabs. Okay, that completes this level. And then this becomes, oh, one of these days. All right, stairs. And one more, yes. So I'm going to need red blocks across here. And one slab. And one block. So this is an abbreviated roof. All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop down, pick up my little missing slab, come back up. Now I do need to make sure, nope, I did not slab my outer wall here. So just to keep everything beautifully finished off, I'm going to just kind of peek over the top and yep, my right side is essentially done. So I'm going to go over here to my left side and okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish the roof off and hopefully we won't have any more missteps. Let's see, stairs, all done, all done. Okay, so slabbing time it is. Let's do the little room first. The little room is so much easier to do. Okay, and I am just making sure that on this side where it touches the big room, I am leaving one half half a slab level there, just so that I can match all the way across. Okay. Now when I come out to this side, and just bringing it across here by 3s. 1, 2. Okay, now I should be able to reach both sides from here. And if I charge across the roof, I got to make sure that I don't fall. So let's not get too excited. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. And then might as well make that 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at that. We are finished, sort of. Okay, so let's do the gate. Okay. Okay. Now remember, this one down here is going to be a glowstone, and it's going to be pretty obvious once we're finished. So don't worry that we're going to forget and remove a very important piece. We won't, because it's going to look obvious. And then just to top things off, we're going to go ahead and slabs. I do still have a few slabs. That's good. All right, so we are not 100% finished, obviously. So what we're going to do, I think I can, no, I'm going to go ahead and leave that for now. What I want to do is I want to create that arched gateway look. Here we go, up. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, stack this here. Okay. Let's see what this looks like from this side. I need a way to get back up. Okay, so this is going to be okay. I am going to just borrow that for a second. So, okay. Come back out. We have the step up. Okay. The step up. Okay. Now I'm going to leave my accesses there for a second while I go over here and look at the effect. Is that the effect I wanted? Yes, it is. So I can go ahead and take this temporary step down. I think I left it outside. No, it must have caught in my inventory. Okay, so I'm going to go up here and take this temporary block down, which means I can now take these down, just so I don't forget later. Oh, and I left these for comparison, but now that you've seen how that looks, I'm going to go with my preference, which is the inset stairs. Okay. Now, we are going to use this block for a moment. And what I'm going to do is we're going to start off by extending this one level all the way across. Okay. And then from here, we're going to borrow that. So I'm going to step out. Okay. I'm going to put this here for a minute, just a second. And we're going to lift this. all the way across. Oh, hello. All right. Now I have to kind of think about it. Okay. Borrow this for a second and go out here. All right. I put that in the wrong spot. I meant to put it here. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to put, nope, I still put it in the wrong spot, you guys. I need it to be level with that spot and higher. So I can actually come in, I'm going to take this one off. Okay, so now we have this raised roof and we need a raised corner. All right, I think I got the hang of it now. Let's go over there and see if I can do the other side. All right, so I'm not going to even look at it. I'm not even going to look. I need to come out 1 and 2 over. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and take this, borrowing that, and then I'm going to break this one. Nope, I broke it again. All right, folks, I'm asleep. I need to raise this one up by 1. Okay, so I need to break these, unfortunately, and they will fall. That's all right. This one needs to go up by 1. Okay, this goes out by 1 on each side. Okay, and once again I can delete this one and take the elevator down. All right, now that we've figured that out, let's take a look at our handiwork. How does that look? Does that look pretty nice? I love it. Okay, that is a new look. All right, so just as a placeholder, until I get some glowstone into my life, I'm going to go ahead and stick a torch where the glowstones would be. That's going to simultaneously give us our safety lighting. Hello, ocelots, come into my house. And it will also remind us where we're going to put those glowstone when we do get it done. So I'm going to take this and symmetrically go all the way across. And we're going to put 1, 2, fake glowstone block. Okay, torch simulator. And that was 1 block away from the porch, so I don't have to trace the grass all the way back again. Fake glowstone, torch simulator, and this looks pretty rustic. Alrighty, so now that we have figured out what it is I'm doing, I need to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to need 1 block here and a slab. Slab goes out. And I need 1 more block up here. And that gives me my peaked roof. And I can go ahead and hop down. And what we're going to do, don't forget, is 1 block. Okay. And then 1 block higher. So this kind of just gives us a lipped roof. And this way we have a little bit of shade while still getting a little bit of headroom there, headspace, So I'm going to go ahead and put in what I know. I need a block, add a slab. Okay. And now I am going to have to go elevator down so that I can do the same thing on the other side. One out, two over. Okay. And let's see, one, two, and three. And I like to go ahead and take this one out so that it looks a little bit more jagged. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing over here, although it is going to be a little bit different. Okay. So we're going to go one over. Okay. And we're going to start right here. And all right. Now here, we're just simply going to raise this out. And that tells me that I'm going to go ahead and lift everything by a full block. Okay. Okay. So this is the really boring part of Minecraft for viewers, but the really intense part for those of us who are actually doing the builds, because this is the fun part where we're trying to figure out, is this what it's looking like? Is that how we want it? Seriously, is it? Is that how we want it? Do we want it to look like that? Is that really the way that it's going to make me happy? And then when you have something that's not quite the same as everything else, then it doesn't work as well. Okay, so internal, there is my flare. Okay, and here is my long porch. And so what was different here is there's no overhang. So we kind of created an overhang. Okay. And with that, I have finished. Let me just double check my inventory that I don't have anything left. I don't have any leftover wood or doors that need to be put in, no glass. All the concrete has been accounted for. Yes. Okay. Excellent. So with that, I am going to go ahead and say goodbye. I am very, very glad you were able to join me on this session. And if you did enjoy this session, please be sure to light up that thumbs up for me. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and turn on notifications to be alerted whenever I post the next video. Until next time, my friends.